Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Small Victories by Johanna Basford, using Polychromos pencils. Now we have a really cute mushroom to do today with little lights hanging from it. It's just the sweetest little thing. Now I have been thinking about colours. I decided that I'd quite like this one to be gold and bronze, and it sounds really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. And of course you don't have to do it the colour that I'm doing it. So I'm going to start, because we've got this sort of stripy stem, I thought we would actually do it in different colours, but only very slightly. Let's get going and I'll show you. So I'm going to start with my walnut brown, any dark brown really. I just grabbed this one because it was nice and long and sharp. And I'm going to start at the very bottom and put some here and then just fade it, and then here and fade it like that, and then miss that one out. We'll do that one later, and like that, and the same here. Now I've got to decide. Yeah, I'm going to do this skill part in this colour and then the top in this colour. So here we can see we've got these little dips, so we can put our darkest colour in there. I can hear a strange noise outside. It's odd because it's bin day, so I thought it was a dust cart, but it's not, because they've been. And these teardrop shapes as well. So it's all going to be the two colours, and I'm hoping it's going to work, but we'll see. You would have seen. It's always a weird thing that you already know what it looks like. Now I'm going to go slightly lighter. I'm thinking if I'm going to make this a bronzy, yeah, let's grab this burnt ochre. I think this will work. Oh, it looks very blurred. There we go. Okay, so we don't have a lot of space for many colours, so this I'm going to take quite far in, right towards the centre. Like that. I'm trying to leave a little bit of white because I want it to look a bit of paper to make it look a bit shiny. I like a bit of shine. Excuse me. It just seems to be raining at the moment outside. It's a bit gloomy. I was going to go out, but I am going to go out, but a bit later. I'm going to finish this page first and get the videos editing, because I've got, when I put together the compilation video for my channel members, that one doesn't look very good. I'm gonna put some darker back. I didn't fade it enough, so I'm just going to go back to my walnut brown, just do a little bit more work only on these three on the top. Basically I want to scumble it in a bit more so it fades a bit, so we don't have a sort of harsh black brown line. It's a bit better. Maybe you think I'm being a bit fussy. I'm going to go back in with the burnt ochre and just finish that off a bit. Yeah, so when I make the compilation video for my members, which is all of these glued together effectively, it takes ages to export on my computer because it's obviously quite a big file by the time I'm done, and so I can leave that while I'm out. This is raw umber, and I'm going to do the other stripes. I'm going to make them paler, so we're only going to use two colours probably. So again, put a bit here and then just gently fade it. Just, if you're not sure how to make it light enough, just, you've got to lift your pencil a little bit. It's quite a difficult skill to master, to be honest. Not that I'm saying you can't, you can. You've just got to practice, whoops, and basically just tickle your paper with the pencil and you can practice getting a lighter touch. And it takes a little bit of time. And some of you are very good at it, I know that for sure. And some of you need a bit of practice or just don't have very much confidence and actually are much better than you think. And I think that applies to most people, green gold, because I know some of you say to me, oh, I'm really heavy-handed. I'm like, well, yes, but you can just practice. I forgot the top one, being a little bit lighter. And I think most people are so much better than they think. It's so easy, even, or for anybody, to be self-critical about their abilities. And we can always find fault. It's so much easier to find fault than to not. Even sometimes when I show some people my work, they'll go, oh, well, that could be improved there and that there. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know. But you know, it's worth trying to look at what you like as well as perhaps what you can improve next time. Don't think of it as like and dislike. Don't think of it as good and bad. Just think of it as bits that need a little bit more practice. Now, our little lights next. I'm trying to think about the casings. I don't know what to call it. The lantern things. And I think what I'm going to do is use the green gold only for these. I had thought about doing them silver, but I think we need to keep the warmth. I like the warmth of the picture so far. I don't want to mess with that and go for a silver. So we're back with our green gold. And I'm going to just, like for this circle here, I'm just going to fit it in. But for this bottom piece here, I'm going to try to fade it a little bit towards the middle and leave a tiny little white bit of paper to try and make it look like there's a shine. I think you can probably just about see that. Well, I'm sure your screen is bigger than mine. My screen on my camera is so titchy. Now we have to think about these flames as well. And then normally for a flame, I would put red at the top, then a sort of orangey red, a dark red, a middle red, a dark orange, a middle orange, a light orange, orangey yellow. But I don't think I'm quite going to fit in that many colours. I think we're going to have to stick with one. This one hasn't even got a flame drawn in, but I'm going to put one in. If you'd rather not, that's fair. Now, I think if we think about the flame going from red to yellow, the mid colour is sort of orange, and I think that's what I'm going to go for because it's easiest. I am going to use the cadmium orange. I'm just going to grab it and see how sharp it is. Let's get it sharpened. These are tiny. You want a nice sharp pencil. And as I say, this is my cadmium orange. I'm going to start with this one because I've got to draw it in. So I want really sharp. So oh dear. What I've managed to do is make it pointed at the bottom and big at the top. That isn't how flames look. I'm going to try and erase that, but I don't think it's going to erase very easily. Well, maybe we can take back a little bit. It's so small. What I'm going to try and do. There we go. That's a bit better. And these I'm just going to fill in. If you're not confident, just leave it without a light. Although we've got light there, as if it should be, there should be one in there. Maybe Johanna just forgot. Okay, now our actual candles, I had thought of doing orange, but because the flames are orange, I think that's going to be a little bit too samey. So I think a red will work with our sort of colour scheme. I am going to use this red. I think this is the light, yes, the light cadmium red. You're going to need it sharp. Just sharpening up. There we go. light cadmium red. And normally for a candle, I'm just going to block these in. I would make the edges a bit darker and the centre a little bit lighter to help to give the impression that it's a sort of like the pencil, spherical. So you can see my pencil has got a white line down the middle from where it's reflecting my lamp, and it's much darker here, and it's also a bit darker here. Let's turn it so the text isn't this. So you can see it's darker underneath because the light is sort of coming from above on the top here. But that's how I would do my candle. So I'd make it, but because it's that way around, you can see the difference. It's not actually reflecting the light in a line anymore, but you can see it's darker here and here than in the middle, and that helps us to see that it's rounded. So that is what I would do, just the same as I did on our stem. And but because these are tiny, I'm not going to do that. Now I want some nice warm yellow for our sort of glow, and I think I'm going to grab this one first. Whoops. And this is the dark cadmium yellow. It's quite a nice orangey colour look. I'm going to use that inside our little lights, and then on the outside I'm not sure. I'm still thinking, actually. I'm looking at my picture to see if any of the others, and they haven't. Because I haven't done a background. This is quite close to the flame colour. I feel like I don't know if I want to draw around those lines, because it almost feels like then I need to do a background or something. I don't know. We've done a few grass lines, so maybe we can do these. Yeah, let's do that. They might not show up that well anyway, because I'm going to use a slightly lighter yellow. This is the cadmium yellow. I'm just going to sharpen. So here it is. Oh, we did a little bit on our one up there, didn't we? Cadmium yellow. So I'm just going to put whoopsie. That's so rare for a Polychromos pencil to do that, isn't it? It's so rare. Right. Let's just press a little bit lighter. Might have been me being heavy-handed. There we go. Now we've got our grass to do. Now we want a warm colour. The olives are a bit warmer than the than other colours, so I'm going to grab this earth green yellowish. It's a nice warm grassy colour, and just start with this. I am just doing a fairly even, thickish coat of colour, but I want to be able to put a little bit of darker colour in here too. So I'm not going to burnish it down too hard, just enough so we can see it, because it's not all going to change colour. And then I'm going to grab this pencil. This is my chromium green opaque, and it goes really nicely, I think. Let's hold the page down. And I'm going to do the bottom of these taller grasses. Just putting in a little bit. Doesn't want to show up too much. And then a little bit just around the bottom here. There. I think that is enough of that. I'm just going to grab my white. I feel like this is the Jelly Roll 8, that on these three here there are some little white dots, black dots that Johanna has drawn on. I'm just going to put them in white, and then that's going to be it, I think. I don't think we need anything else. Could put a little white shine on the candles, but I think they're so small that it's just going to look like an awkward blob if I do it. If you've got a delicate hand, you might manage that, but not for me. There we go. Oh, it's cute, isn't it? She says about her own, very modestly. I meant Johanna's drawing is cute. But I quite like the sort of metallic-ish colours to it. It looks very magical, which was the idea. Right, I've got a completely different idea for tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to showing that to you. But today I am done, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your day. Have a super time, whatever you're doing, have lots of fun and happy colouring.